That was kind of cool, but someone offered me a lot of money for it. So
So it's theirs now.
this there is now, yeah. But no, the Smithsonian's got such amazing stuff. Okay, and believe it or not, here's where some crazy. The Smithsonian has warehouses full of donations they haven't gone through. It's literally like they have warehouses like, at the very end, the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay,
It's my
they
favorite
have,
shot in movie history.
yeah, but they still have boxes full of stuff like that. And this was just a couple of years ago. I was with some of the people in the coin department there. Okay, but like literally, they have warehouses full of donations. They were they're going through boxes from the 1970s. And they open up this box with like $1 million worth of coin that's been sitting there for $50 million worth of coins has been sitting there for 50 years.
Wow.
And no one knew about it because like they don't have enough people to go through all the boxes.
Yeah,
That's where I'd love to go.
there's I heard some statistic about like the percentage of stuff that's on display versus the percentage that isn't. It's crazy. But even some of the stuff on display isn't labeled properly. I was in one of the museums, I think it was uh, African American history, and they had a Michael Jordan jersey in there that Michael had donated. And it said on the display, worn in 1997 or 1996. And I sent it to my friend who buys game worn Jordan and Kobe jerseys. And he said, yeah, that's probably the biggest jersey in the world that isn't his last shot. He wore that every single game, the entire playoffs, the entire NBA finals. Jordan donated 5 million at the time, but that jersey's worth tens of millions.
Yeah.
And they
Well, no, I
didn't
see.
say.
It's the nerd in me that sees this stuff all the time. Like, I was in, I won't say the exact museum, but it's a Revolutionary War museum. And I was walking around and pointing out, like, well, that Revolutionary War soldier is carrying an 1830 rifle and things like that all the time. I can't help myself. I'm a nerd.
Did you call someone over?
Yeah, I actually told the curator about it. Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, as seen. You make a good point about the hardware store, though. I think even if I was the last man in the world, I wouldn't be able to access the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's just like, I'm going to need a lot of food. I'm going to need some like supplies.
That's probably a better place to start than a piece
Yeah.
of 300-year-old paper.
Yeah. But like let's just hope that I'm hoping that scenario never plays out.
No, no, they'll just the
Yeah. No,
Smithsonian will bring it through your store. That's what'll happen.
I mean, like I literally I just geek out museums all the time. I'm going to like France here like next month. I'm just gonna, literally I'm gonna spend I blocked off 2 days just for walking around the Louvre.
What do you think is the most underrated museum in the world?
Most underrated museum in the world. Gosh, that's a tough one. Um, not Montreal. It's Toronto. Have you ever been to the shoe museum in Toronto?
No, I haven't.
There's an amazing shoe museum in Toronto. It's been there for years and years. And you know, I'm talking like 10, 11, 12 years ago. I mean, they had a few Nikes in there, but like like they have like shoes that going back a couple thousand years. It
Wow,
was really cool. I mean, I was in there for an hour and a half.
that's cool. That's really cool.
But in Toronto, there was a shoe museum with shoe. I mean, they have like 2,000-year-old shoes in it. It's really cool. Okay, and I imagine they have a lot more like cool sneakers now. They were just beginning to get the sneakers like 12 years ago, 12, 13 years ago. But really underrated. I think anyone into the shoe in the shoe game would love it.
Well, that's very cool.